Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ajwa and I'm so glad you made time to join me today. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, and to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support and welcome back. So have you wondered why you hardly receive compliments? You could be wearing the most expensive fragrance in your collection or something that is like dear to you, a favorite, that you've been cherishing and treasuring for a long time, and nobody compliments you on it. To me, it's simply because it doesn't have the recipe for compliments. Some fragrances, although might be of good quality, simply do not have the recipe for compliments. And one of the recipes for compliments is simply the projection. If nobody smells you, how would they compliment you? You need to be smelled. Your fragrance needs to make a presence before people notice it on you and then compliment you. In this video, I have put together some 10 monstrosity when it comes to performance. They are beastly. They can fill up any room. They give you the performance. They give you the longevity. They give you the compliment if that is what you are looking for. However, these 10 fragrances might not be everybody's cup of tea. It is just purely exclusive to me. These are my top 10 when it comes to beast mode fragrances that I can also recommend because they are quite good. I will start off with what people consider as an honorable mention. This particular honorable mention can knock off even the first 3 fragrances on this list. However, I think I have featured it in a lot of fragrances and I've spoken about how monstrous when it comes to projection and performance it is, that a lot of people already know about it. And this one is called Oud Al Layal by My Perfumes Arabian. It is simply an honorable mention, not because it doesn't consider a spot in the top 10, but because I think I have spoken about this and I just want the others to also receive some airtime, I want the others to also be visible to a lot of people who are looking for something beastly. So this is my honorable mention, Oud Al Layal, monstrosity king, like something that you if you are a beginner, you don't even have to attempt this because it might put you off entirely when it comes to Middle Eastern fragrances. It's one of the beasts, the beast of all beasts when it comes to performance. The scent profile is not like the most likable one, so if you are a beginner, I will not even recommend that you try this. However, if you feel your nose is a bit trained and you are ready to explore, then you can consider having a decant of this one, or you can just simply grab a bottle because it is very, very affordable. So this is Oud Al Layal, which is my honorable mention. So here we go with number 10, which is Sienna by F.A. Paris as part of their Giovanni Lorenzi line. This is obviously a dupe of Tiziana Terenzi's Spirito Fiorentino, which is also likened to Baccarat Rouge with some other leathery, mossy nose to it. This is one of the fragrances that you need at least 2 baths to be able to completely run it off. It is like, it projects, it stays on your skin forever, on clothes at least a day or 2, at least 2 days you just get them on clothes. Although it has that Baccarat Rouge DNA, it takes a little masculine direction as compared to the original Baccarat Rouge, and it's like room filling, projection, compliment, magnets. People are going to smell you. It's one of those fragrances that people consider smell me before you see me. It is quite a good one. It is a very good fragrance when it comes to performance. So this is the 10th position, Sienna by Giovanni Lorenzi F.A. Paris. At the 9th position is a fragrance that I would simply call the alpha male. There is nothing feminine about this, although it is marketed as unisex. I find it quite smoky, quite dense, quite intense. It can be a little off-putting, especially if you do not really understand this fragrance. It is one of the fragrances that needs time to macerate and time to appreciate. And this is My Hair Black by Lattafa. So this fragrance has been described as niche smelling by a lot of people, and I have to agree because it doesn't give off that sort of mass appealing quality, that gives off like compliments. I don't think you're going to receive lots of compliments when you are wearing this. However, it is beastly. It is like a monster when it comes to projection. It fills up a room. It is one that can be smelt by everybody around you. It has a different vibe, it gives me that sort of gentleman club vibe. To me, this is an alpha male fragrance. It screams dominance, it screams takeover, it screams I am here, look at me, I am king. That is what this one screams to me. It is not like for the faint of heart. It is nothing that you can easily pull off. You need to be that confident, and it also calls for like a time and a place before you can really pull this one off. But when it comes to performance, this one is king, and this one is My Hair Black. At the 8th position is Ram's Gold, also by Lattafa. This one is also a fruit chili, basically. It is like bergamot, apple, I guess something like pineapple, although it doesn't have the note of pineapple, but it gives off this very summer vibes, very unisex fragrance, you know, with some patchouli. So simply put, it's a fruit chili with some apple, bergamot, and what I perceive as pineapple. Ram's Gold is not one of those fragrances that you can just pick and throw on and just walk out. It also requires some taste, you know, because it's not like a mass appealing or a very mass appealing one to me. Because of that fruit chili mix it has, it can be a little rough, you know, it can be a little rough, but when it comes to performance, I guarantee that everybody around you is going to smell this. So this is at the 8th position, Ram's Gold by Lattafa. At the 7th position is one that I super love, and this one is called Amethyst by Lattafa. Talk about a monster. I even think this one is more of a beast mode than Oud for Glory, which precedes this one. That one is a very lovely one. It also projects and fills up a room, but this one beats it when it comes to performance. It has that Bulgarian Turkish rose with some vanilla. It has that sort of Turkish delight vibes with some rose, you know, essential. That is what it has. It is quite sweet, it is potent, it is not also for the faint of heart, you know, it is beastly. And I've realized most of these beastly fragrances are not like for the faint of heart. It's one that you need to be in a mood, or you need to really train your nose to appreciate them before you can really put them off. I have realized that Amethyst is not everybody's cup of tea. However, nobody can deny the fact that this one is room filling. To me, the performance of Amethyst is like twice of that which I get from Oud for Glory. That one is quite beastly, but this one surpasses it when it comes to filling up a room, projecting, and everybody smelling you. It is a good one. However, it is not for everyone. And this is at the 7th position, Amethyst by Lattafa. At the 6th position is Carmen by F.A. Paris. As part of their Amouage dupe, they have a line which is like solely dedicated to Amouage dupe, and this is Carmen. This is obviously a dupe for Crimson Rock, and they didn't spare this one when it comes to performance. The honey shines, the cinnamon in this one is like all over the place, like in a very good way. The rose in this one also shines. It has this sort of birch, leathery, mossy, earthy patchouli mix. It is quite different. This one is super strong. If you overspray this one in the hot sun, it can come off as cloying and even give you a headache. However, if you take your time and wait for like colder time or colder weather to rock this one, it will make a lot of sense. But if you are looking for projection, beast mode, this is one that you have to watch out for. Carmen by F.A. Paris as part of their Amouage, you know, Amouage dupe lines that they have. At the 5th position is a fragrance which can virtually be on any list possible, and it can make a lot of sense, because when it comes to fragrances for men, for women, for all occasions, this one can fit the bill, and this one is called Kai by Lattafa. This is a no-brainer beast mode fragrance. You can easily pull this one for almost every occasion imaginable, especially for formal occasions or nighttime occasion. For men, this can easily be a date night fragrance. For women, this can be boxed with other fragrances just to dial it down a bit. But this one definitely fits the bill when it comes to beast mode. It gives you the projection, the performance. It gives you days upon days on clothes. It takes like at least 2 baths to completely get it off on your skin. Especially when you spray behind your ears. You know, most instances when I spray behind my ears, my hair catches some of the fragrance. And Kaid is one of those fragrances that one bath will not do it for me unless I go in with the second bath and, you know, scrub around my hair area before I can completely get it off. Between Lattafa's Camera and Alhambra's Kismet Angel, I don't think I'll choose one over the other. However, when it comes to performance, I'm choosing Kismet Angel simply because it really does outperform Camera in my opinion. From my experience, I have both fragrances. I think I've allowed them to macerate for at least 4 or 5 months. You know, the Camera has even been almost a year, over a year. This one has macerated for about 5 months. However, when it comes to performance, this one is beastly. This one is room filling and can even choke you out if you overspray. From my experience, it turned out to be a bad one for me because I simply oversprayed and got into my car and put on the AC, and I was like, nope, I can't do this one. I had to just roll everything down for some air to pass because I was just choking myself with this fragrance. It is beastly. It is like a very compliment magnet. Everybody around you smells you. It has this silky, velvety texture or quality to it that I super love. So when it comes to between Camera and Kismet Angel, I'm not choosing anyone over the other, but performance wise, I'm choosing Kismet Angel simply because it outperforms Camera. Although Camera really holds its own when it comes to performance, it also gives you like at least 8+ hours. This one can give you 12, 15, 24 hours plus without, you know, needing to top up. So this one is Kismet Angel by Alhambra at the 4th position. At the 3rd position is a fragrance that I believe almost everybody who watches a lot of Middle Eastern fragrance channels have come across at one point or the other. And this one is Swiss Arabian Shagaf Oud. I have the OG bottle which has the Arabic inscription. I understand this one is much more stronger than the one which has the English inscription. This one doesn't need no introduction. You walk into a room, if you are not careful, you choke people, especially people who are not familiar with Oriental style Middle Eastern fragrances. It is potent. It gives us that rose oud combination with some saffron and some caramel. Very delicious, thick resonance, sweet gourmand vibes. It is amazing. It is one of the fragrances that is unmissable. As soon as you walk into a room, every single person will notice that someone has walked in with something different. It is beautiful. It is compliment magnet. It doesn't require a lot of thought, you know. This is a fragrance which can easily go with that sort of rich auntie or rich African auntie vibes dressing, you know, that bubu or agbada or something, and you just simply throw this one off, you are set to go. This fragrance really do show up. If you are not one who really wants attention, I don't think you need to go for this one, because all attention is going to be on you, all eyes are going to be on you, everybody's going to look your direction simply because someone smells good, and probably you might receive a compliment or two. And this is Shagaf Oud by Swiss Arabian, especially when you get the OG bottle with the Arabic inscription like this one. Have you noticed that when it comes to gourmand fragrances, especially the ones that are made from cocoa, cacao, caramel, coffee, they don't really last. However, this one is so different. It doesn't have the disappearing act, or it doesn't do the disappearing act. And this one is called Dal Al Shuyuk by, I always forget the house. I'll just put the house up here, but I always forget the house. But this one is called Dal Al Shuyuk. It's a Middle Eastern fragrance, and obviously it gives me the performance. Any edible gourmand scent that can live up to this one, I'm just waiting for someone to just, you know, tell me that. I'll be super elated if someone does really tell me something that can outperform this gourmand scent. This fragrance can fill up an entire building. It also garners a lot of compliments. It is thick, it is sweet, it is dense. It looks like something that is like very concentrated and rich. Think of it as a very highly concentrated drink that you need to dilute with water before you can taste or you can drink. That is how I consider this particular fragrance. It is very rich, very decadent, very sweet, very resonant. It is an amazing gourmand fragrance, and it is at my number 2. At number 1 on this list is a fragrance that I hardly overspray. I learned my lesson the hard way because I oversprayed this one. It gave me a terrible headache. So I have learned not to overspray this one. And this one is called Ragba Intense by Latafa. This is amazing. Beast mode, caramel, sweet, a bit smoky, vanilla, a bit incensey, quite different. It reminds me of Calumet Black. I was once, you know, trying to see if I wanted to buy Calumet Black by Arabian Oud, but I tried it a couple of times and I just felt like it's quite close to this one. If you're on the market for Calumet Black and you think the price is a bit high, just try this one. It is very good, quite close, although not the same. It gives you the same vibes. That ambery, incensey, vanilla, sweet, sugar, caramel. It is amazing. It is a party king or a party queen sort of fragrance. It is one that can easily fill up an entire room. It is simply amazing when it is outside and then the air blows by you and everybody catches whiffs of it. Like, it doesn't even need air for people to catch whiffs of it, because as soon as you walk into any crowd, this fragrance is going to stand out from any other fragrance that is present. It is potent, it is thick, it is resonant, it is sweet, like sickeningly sweet, you know, if you overspray or if you spray it in the high heat. And that is at my number 1, Ragba Intense. That is all I have for you today, and I hope this video found you well. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate that. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye bye.